If you haven't heard it already, 30p Lee Anderson has been suspended from the Conservative Party. Now, the problem with Lee, and this goes for Tory MPs like Suella Braverman, and now it also seems like Liz Truss, can be best summed up by this quote from With Nell and I by Danny the Drugs Dealer.
What are you talking about, Danny?
Politics, man. If you're hanging on to a rising balloon, you're presented with a difficult decision. Let go before it's too late, or hang on and keep getting higher, posing the question, how long can you keep a grip on the rope?
Now, I think this sums up characters like Braverman, Anderson and Truss to a T. Politicians out to make a name for themselves, who will obviously cause problems later on down the line. Do you let go early and get rid of them? Because the longer you hold on, the grip you have on these individuals will slip, and the consequences are going to be far worse. Look at Anderson putting his foot in it this week.
Shocking, Martin. I mean, I was there, as you know, on Wednesday night. We could hear the commotion outside, and this is down to we've got a very cowardly Khan running London. He seems to be letting the not only the Jewish population down, but the whole population of London and Britain as a whole. And I heard the comments here. I heard the comments earlier you was making about Suella. Some of the comments she made earlier this week, and I don't actually believe that these Islamists have got control of our country, but what I do believe is they've got control of Khan.
Here's the inevitable response from Sadiq Khan.
These comments pour fuel on the fire of anti-Muslim hatred. And I'm afraid the deafening silence from Rishi Sunak and from the cabinet is them condoning this racism. And I'm afraid it confirms to many people across the country that there's a hierarchy when it comes to racism.
And finally, this conclusion.
Breaking news, and Conservative MP Lee Anderson has been suspended following comments he made about the Mayor of London.
But this was boiling all along. Lee's rhetoric growing as he was given a platform by GB News and allowed to do so by the Tory party.
Lee, not for the first time, you have caused total and utter outrage. I listened to the Today programme on the BBC. They were barely able to control themselves because you've told illegal immigrants to F off back to France if they don't like going on the barges, the Bibi Stockholm. Are you apologising for the words you've uttered?
No.
We're going to win this year. Yes, I'm positive we're going to win. We're going to retain Ashfield and you're the bit of Prime Minister next year.
It's hard to think that it was only a month ago we had to witness Anderson and Sunak having this love-in.
Yeah, that's the plan.
It's Lee Anderson, Member of Parliament for Ashfield, and I'm joined by our brilliant PM, Mr Sunak, who's come to my old score today, and we're going to look at some headlines.
Yeah, well, let's have a look, see what we think.
But the same applied to Braverman, as she used her bully pulpit to continue her agenda of hate, all to try and claim the position of Tory leader.
But we will not be able to sustain an asylum system if, in effect, simply being gay or a woman or fearful of discrimination in your country of origin is sufficient to qualify for protection.
Now we have Truss jumping in at the deep end of conspiracy theory. Will any steps be taken to quell her clearly unhinged views?
Talk to us about it.
Look, I wanted to cut taxes. I wanted to cut the size of the administrative state, and those people didn't like it. The economic establishment in Britain wanted to keep things the way they were, and they did. They got me.
Click here for when Lee Anderson met a child entrepreneur.